Good afternoon, folks. No Cockney today, no Cockney free zone. We almost said good afternoon. I can't say afternoon. Have you seen this, by the way? Look at that. Yeah, bloody big plank log floating along. That would absolutely clobber someone's propeller. But there's no way I can reach it. If it comes close, I'll try and get it out. But there's some Armco up there further up. Dare I say 300 yards. Now actually it's nearer 4, isn't it? There was a boat there last night, and there was a boat, actually there was a boat here. There's a boat pulled in just in front of me last night, and one pulled in further down there as well, but they left. All three of them left. I'm going to stay for another day or two, I think. Now plan A was to visit the farm shop, which is I think it's about 2 miles into this little town down here called Whitestone. But to my horror, I discovered the farm shop isn't open on Mondays, so that's out. But my bread went mouldy. Now it's only about 3 or 4 days old, and I'm used to it lasting longer, so it sort of caught me out, and I'm breadless. So I'm going to pop into town anyway and just get some sort of basic groceries. Bread really is the thing, and some cocoa, because I'm running out of that. Now this is, because the weather's dry, this is no real problem, but it's an unpredictable surface with deep ruts, and there's hollows alongside the Armco. Here we go. Hiya, mate.
How you doing, brother?
I'm talking to a camera, by the way, don't worry. Alright, cheers, mate. Yeah, sorry, where was I? Where the fucking hell did he come from? He must be in that boat behind me. He looks a bit of a wild man, but quite friendly, isn't he? So no problem. No sign of life from the boat. Anyway, I saw a mountain bike doing this as I cruised along here. I saw a mountain bike. So it's sort of doable. I mean, it did have big 26-inch wheels, which would make this a bit less bumpy, but it was still doing it, so I'm fairly optimistic. And the sun, unfortunately, is obscuring the view of the ground. You can't really see this, but I can't really tell if there's deep ruts because of the shadows that are being cast. Anyway, I think the thing here is to stick as far to the left as possible to avoid the deep ruts that lay, and they're overgrown by grass, so you don't even see them until your foot goes in. Boaters will be familiar with that kind of a bank where it looks smooth and solid, but it's just because the grass is all covering it up and your foot just goes straight through. Anyway, look, I haven't found it, but look there. You would almost think, looking at that it's solid, but it's not. Anyway, that's not a very good example of it, I'm afraid. But whoa, there we go. As I say, main thing is keep to the left. If this was winter, I feel like this would be a different ball game, this towpath. This might not be as much fun because it would be soaking wet most of the time. Oh Christ almighty, I went a little bit close to the bank there. Stay on the follow the yellow brick road, because if the wheel goes into a rut that's hidden by grass, I'm going to go over like, well, right, I realised the sun hid all this on my approach, how low it was, and it was too low for me to just do what I normally do, which is sort of swoop. Whoa! So, I had to stop. But it's only something like 500 yards, so it's a bit rough and ready, but it's not too bad. Now there is another part of the mission. There is a sort of a plan B or a plan A, 1A or something, and the plan is dominoes. And there's thorns on the right, so whoa, my foot went right down. Flipping heck. This being a bit rough and ready is putting me off the idea of the farm shop tomorrow. That bit in particular doesn't look too bad, but basically anywhere there to the right of the little path is just unpredictable. Stay on the path. The other problem, well, the problem with dominoes is that by the time I get back here, because I can't rush on this path, and it's about 1.5 to 2 miles, the thing will be lukewarm and it will need to go back in the oven. So, you know, that's not great. In fact, that's pretty crap, really. That's not what you want to do with dominoes, but they're so tasty. I think the pizza can survive it, and so I think I'll go for it anyway. See if there's a queue, see what it's like. Whoops, Google tells me it's open, so it will have to suffer the indignity of being reheated, but I don't mind, so I hope it won't. Very sort of rural, as you can see. This a little bit sketchier than I would like, I can't lie, but just, you know, as you go slowly, fingers crossed. I'm not even going to say the words because I feel like I'll be tempting fate too much, but just fingers crossed. One single tweak of the handlebars in the wrong direction and I feel like I could go into a rut and, well, into the drink basically, and that would just ruin my day. That would ruin my week. Hopefully I'll have better visibility on the way back. Whoa. Tree roots. The problem I'm having is visibility. The sunlight is dappled through the hedge and the branches. It's dappling through, so it's giving the shadows look a bit like ruts, but it's difficult to tell. And they also could conceal real ruts. But yeah, this has kind of put me off the farm shop tomorrow. If it was broad, I think I'd be okay with it. But it's the fact that it's in parts, it really thins out. And you just don't know what lies underfoot or under wheel. Like 6 inches to the left. You know. Excuse me. Anyway, yeah. I'll make a decision tonight about the farm shop being open. I feel like my greed and love for pies will overcome my reservations about cycling this route. As I say, I saw a mountain biker do it yesterday on my approach. So it's, you know, it's not deadly. It's not too sketchy. But, oh, whoa. Right, slow down. Ow! Right, so my head's just gone through a load of overhanging branches, which I'm not over the moon about. You can tell this is not a heavily trafficked footpath, this, at all. It just isn't. I mean, apart from the fact that I've only seen 2 people so far today, and that's very unusual for a towpath. This is a secluded neck of the woods, but whoa, the back wheel swung out there. Oh, over 3 roots. There we go. Yeah, maybe skip the farm shop. One go on this route is enough for me. It's just right. I'm gonna walk this bit. What you've got here is deep sort of ruts to one side, and of course right next to you you've got the canal. And if I go through a rut and the wheel catches or bumps on something it shouldn't, I've got no contingency to correct. I'm in. So for that little bit, I'm walking it. There's another little dodgy bit as well. I'm going to have to watch this on the way back as well. This is not a towpath that I would do happily in winter. Look, there's more of it. Thankfully it's dry. So afternoon. Let's get going before any bloody horseflies show up. This is more sketchy than I expected, and it's more sketchy than I care for to do a second trip tomorrow, so I'm not doing this. There might be a route ahead, like this bit's fine. Probably looking at this and saying, what are you on about? There's just too many of those little sections where it narrows, or you go over a rut or a tree root. Here we go. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
There's just too many of those little sections where you're on, you know, your sort of neck is on the line a bit, and the visibility, because of the position of the sun. Perhaps at a different time of day I wouldn't be so wary of it. I don't know. The hunger for pies may just drive me to do this anyway, regardless. I don't know. It's not just pies, they have all sorts. It's a real shame it's closed, actually. Real shame it's closed today, because it's keeping me here a day longer than I want to be, to wait for it. But if I do chicken out of this return, coming back here tomorrow, I will have missed the chance to get some probably top quality sort of meats and things. Right, I'm just going to go around this. There's a fallen branch here, and that is too close. It looks solid underfoot, but your foot will go down, or at least, you know, you can't be sure it won't go down. So I'll have to watch out. Anyway, hopefully on the way back I'll have a bit better visibility. I don't know, maybe I won't. The sun is slightly ahead of me, so that's not helping enormously. But it seems longer than 500 yards, this, doesn't it? It seems like, anyway, we must be close now. We must be. And this is why I always try and scope out the towpaths that I know I'm going to have to ride, or I want to ride. I scoped them out for feasibility. Oh, there was a little downward slope there into a rut. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I wouldn't ride this in winter. I wouldn't ride it wet unless I was absolutely desperate. Oh. It's getting a bit sketchy again. Something just stung my arm. I'm hoping it was a thorn, but I can't take my hands off the bars yet. Oh shit! Steep slope. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna walk this bit. What got on my arm? Oh yeah. See what we've got there. The whole thing is on a downward slope, but it's steep slope there, and there's no support, nothing solid past there. So I'm walking this little bit. Right. Anyway, we are here at last. At the road, I mean. So let's get ourselves up. I'm sort of running out of enthusiasm for this little trip. After that slightly harum-scarum towpath ride. So, don't really want to go on the road. I don't want to slow the traffic down for one thing. But shall I see what the... Okay. I'll see what the pavement's like for a bit. Oh dear. So no sat-nav needed. Once you're on the road here, it basically just follows a straight line pretty much. All the way to the shops. Or should do anyway. But I might just stay on the pavement, I think. There's no pedestrians, and it means I'm not causing any kind of obstruction, slowing the traffic down. So let's stick to that. Here's a runner. Right. Runner heading towards me, so time to get on the road. Very polite driver there, steering well wide of me. It's a B road this, so in theory it's not a fast road, but I feel like I'm slowing the traffic down. So I'll let them past. Now the problem I've got now is navigation. Where are the shops? I was very bullish, wasn't I, about the issue of navigation. I'm not quite so bullish now, but this looks straighter than the other road, so this is likely to be it. Quite a breeze as well. Quite a breeze in me. I'm getting in the mush here on this section. Do you know what? I'm just going to check Google Maps, make sure I am on the right lines, because I've got some doubts creeping in. I'll get past this lady first. Let's see. No, okay, no, we're good, we're good. Excellent, okay. I know we're good because there's a garage there. There's a garage there. Oh, Asda Express, hello. Might get some decent bread. I was kind of thinking it was just a spa. Got to get across this. There we go. So there's a subway. Oh, there's the Asda Express. Okay. It's in the station. Asda and Starbucks, right. So do I go for the Asda Express in the service station? No, I'm going to go for Spa. Spa's got to be the way to go, isn't it? So I've got to get across this junction. So what's my... the Domino's is on my right, behind the petrol station. But obviously I'm going to go there second. The first stop is the shop. And I don't need much. Right. Do you know what? I'm trying to think where's a good spot to lock this up. There's nothing outside the spa. Probably this'll do. This is the outskirts of Nuneaton. Well, it's a suburb of Nuneaton, this, called Whitestone. There's a little thing down there I could have tied it to, but this'll do. Right. The trouble you have sometimes, I've got a short chain, is will it stretch around? Only one way to find out. Here we go. Lovely. Right. Wonder if they'll have a trolley. Cheers. Thank you. Thanks. Oh, sorry. Do you want to grab yourself? Well, I'll tell you what. Here we go. You guys were first. Yeah. No problem at all. Would you like one as well, madam? Yeah. There we go.
Oh, you're good.
There we go.
Thank you.
No problem, guys. Well, that was the most fraught visit to a local shop I've experienced in some time, sadly. My card appears to be on its way out. I've had it for 3 years, so it's getting a bit knackered. I've noticed it's failed in a couple of machines, and it just failed twice before it finally went through. So the chip, whatever it is, it's getting a bit worn out. And of course, a new card is only delivered to a postal address, and that means a trip of 150 miles to pick it up. And that's crap. Anyway, enough card woes. Slender pickings, I've got to be honest, in there. Wasn't outstanding. It was okay. It was okay. Voters can't be choosers, to paraphrase the old expression. So the way back, well, even a nincompoop like me with a defective memory knows is that way. So I don't think I'll have too many problems, but before I do that, ought I to just call in to Domino's? Because it's been a while. I'm not just being my normal piggy self. It has been a while. And I rather fancy it. So let's have a look. Bit of a weird road, this. Non-stop traffic for 5 minutes and then nothing. Right. Here we go. So there's the petrol station with the subway, which is a good option. But this is better. If I can tie the bike up somewhere, and I'm not convinced I can. Right, I'm not convinced I can. Right, where's the nearest? Here we go. This'll do. On here. Always somewhere. Right. This is ridiculously naughty, but it is a one-off. There we go. The bike is as secure as it can be for now. Let's go and see what these boys have got for me. I know it's wrong. How can it be wrong when it feels so good? I'm afraid I did the dirty deed and picked up pizza, but here's the thing, like logistical challenge. Pizzas, most of the pizzas on sale in Domino's are like 18 inches, a foot wide. Now, how do I keep a foot wide pizza or an 18-inch pizza flat in a thin, that's 6 inches deep, that's 6 inches deep. If it goes on a slope, all the ingredients will slide down to one end of the box and it will just be a complete mess. I mean, I'll still eat it obviously, but it'll be a mess. So, solution, the personal pizza, but 2 of them. And what happens is, if I may demonstrate, they will sit on top of existing shopping, like so, into even a modest sized haversack. Even a modest sized haversack will hold 2 of these bad boys, and that means I am ready to go. Also, by the way, I mean, I could put it flat on the rack. I've seen people try that. Problem is, that Towpath is so bouncy that I'm not sure the box would stay on, no matter really what I did with it. I don't know if I could keep it on. So, but come on, you've got to give me some kudos here for the personal pizza strategy. You know what I mean? How to get lots of delicious pizza into a compact 6-inch packable size. It's this level of planning and sophistication that most boaters just don't have. Do you know what I mean? It's a good job really I never had a career in the military with this kind of incisive planning, because I mean we would have just taken over the world, like, again. So back on the road now. I don't want to hang about for the obvious reason that this delicious pizza is going to get cold, but what I will do is I'll get out of his way and get on the pavement. I'm not going to go much slower, and it's a bit bumpier, but if it's empty, I feel it's my civic duty to do it and just keep the roadway free. so the cars move at their normal pace. Now even my highly defective memory tells me that I need to bear round towards the left. Yeah, and it's just a straight run. Right, there's some kids here now, so I think I'm gonna have to get back on the road. Yeah. So I'll get back off it as soon as I may. There we go. And there's a runner up ahead, so he might not be over the moon with me, but let's see. I won't go too fast. So yeah, highly successful mission, but with failure built into its core. And by that, I mean the pizza will be lukewarm when I get back, forcing me to shovel it down at an obscenely quick rate. Now, where's the canal? Where is the canal? I'm gonna have to check. I think I'll go back on the pavement because the road narrows a bit here. Right. I'm gonna need some navigation. So I don't think it's too far. Generally, cheers, thank you. There we go. Generally you see the canal. I saw it slightly late, but there it is. So let's get down there. I think the guys in these slightly more rural small towns kind of understand why a bike might want to use the pavement sometimes. Possibly the drivers appreciate it. I don't know. Anyway, let's get down. So here's the sketchy bit. Here's the bit that I don't like. But whoops, perhaps my visibility might be slightly better because the sun's now behind me and I'm finding this a tad easier. So that's good. Yeah, anyway, it's early days. I'm not going to say, oh yeah, it's brilliant. There'll be one or two of those little narrow sections that look a bit more scary travelling in the other direction. Bushes that stick out and hit you on the other side. But we'll see. It's not too bad. Right. So again, the impossible dilemma, a pizza which is cooling down, but a towpath which is like really shady. And the bag, of course, the pannier, is now on my left side. So that's banging into things, as you just heard. But so far, so good. I had a bit of a downer on this route on the way out, didn't I? Like, there was some properly sketchy little bits in it. Generally it was okay, it is okay. But there's some sketchy little bits. Just got to watch out for. But I think again though, do you know the surprise, right? This is a boating channel, isn't it? So boat-wise, a boating surprise. I think only about 5 boats have been passed, and it must be approaching 4 o'clock now. Like, I haven't been keeping count, but I've been surprised how few, and how few yesterday as well. Like, I always thought the Ashby was a pretty busy canal. Well, I'm told it is. My last visit a decade ago was in September on a hire boat, and whoa, a little bit close there, and it was fairly busy. But it wasn't sort of Llangollen busy. But today, this is Monday, and I think it'll be like the 16th of September. It's pretty quiet. Whoa. So I'm getting a little bit low bushes forcing me wide, which is where we don't want to be. Gravel. Whoa. A bush bashed me just as I went into the rut. But anyway, I got off and walked there on the way out. I would not. Whoa, okay. Little bit sketchy. That's a little bit sketchy bit there. Tree roots and sloping path. Sloping down. Right, I'm going to just step under here because this is a bit narrow. The path narrows a bit. I didn't enjoy this ride. I'm going to step this bit as well. I remember someone mentioned, commented on one of my early cycling videos when I was on the Llangollen in winter, and how there was a slight sense of jeopardy as I was cycling close to the canal, and I didn't feel it at the time. And in many towpaths you sort of don't really. They're too flat and they're too safe. They're brilliant. But on this one, even I feel a sense of jeopardy, and my left arm has just been tagged by thorns. The price of pizza, honestly.